My name's Jen and I work for Cheshire East Libraries. Today I'd like to share with you a book that I love. And today's book is How Much of These Hills is Gold by C Pam Zhang, and it's published in 2020 by Vertigo Press. It's set in the 1860s, 1870s, and it roughly follows two sisters as they make their way in the world. It starts off with their dad having died, and that's not a plot spoiler, it's the very first page, and they have no option but to leave the house. So that's part one. It's actually split into four parts. So part one is them leaving the house after their dad has died. Part two is how they came to end up in the mining town that they lived in. They were a prospecting family and they've moved from camp to camp to camp, and eventually, down on the log, end up in this mining town. Part 3 goes back even further than that, and it tells how the parents met. And then part 4 just reconciles the two sisters' stories. So it's set in the West, and I do like a Western, which was the first thing about it that appealed to me. The second one was that it follows immigrants in a way. The children are born in America, but because they look Chinese, quite often seen as immigrants, slightly exotic. One of the sisters identifies as a boy. You can, make your own mind up as to whether it's because the father desperately wanted a son, or whether it's for another reason. But that's another little side story that's quite interesting in there. And it talks about land ownership as well, and who really owns the land in the West that the gold hunters have taken over. So it's just a slightly more modern Western that keeps it just that little bit more interesting. I guess the other reason that I like it is it does slightly remind me of Little House on the Prairie. It's in no way similar, but just that sort of sisterly bond and two sisters trying to make their way through the world. It's just a really modern, grown-up version of that with some extra twists. So if it's been a while since you've read a Western, this one might be one to try. So thank you for listening to me, and do look out for more books that I love coming soon from Cheshire East Libraries. Goodbye.